bring to you the top and major highlights of tonight. Let's follow. IGAD member states national media platform held workshop. Real Madrid and Manchester City separate back to back in yesterday's Champions League match in our international scene in sports. Those were the major and top highlights of tonight. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. The Kempinski Hotel hosted an official reception on the occasion of the European Day, celebrated each year on May the 9th. The annual event was attended by a number of government members, including the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Mr. Mohamed Abdelgader Moussahelem, the Ambassador of the European Union to Djibouti, Mrs. Sylvie Tabes, as well as the ambassadors and members of the diplomatic missions. The reception was also attended by high-level civilian and military personalities, as well as representatives of United Nations agencies working in Djibouti and non-governmental organizations. It is worth noting that the European Union celebrates every year on May 9th the Europe Day to commemorate the Schuman Declaration, a symbolic date considered as the moment when the process of unity of the member states began. This is to say on May 9, 1950, just 5 years after the Second World War. During the event, the national anthem of the Republic of Djibouti and the anthem of the European Union were both played. In a brief speech, of course, the ambassador of the European Union to Djibouti highlighted the close cooperation between Djibouti and the European Union, stressing the willingness to deepen the existing relations between the two parties in the coming days. She also welcomed the leading role played by the Republic of Djibouti in the consolidation of the pillars of peace and stability in the region in particular. And for his part, the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Mr. Mohamed Abdelgader Moussahelem, also delivered a speech, of which he welcomed the participants in this occasion, devoted at the commemoration of the European Day. As in the titles, our beloved viewers, the IGAD National Media Meeting was held today, May 10th, 2023, at the Djibouti Palace Kempinski Hotel, bringing together media and regional personalities from IGAD member countries to share information and explore opportunities for cooperation. The first day of the event focused on achieving specific objectives, including sharing information on how IGAD communication works with the media in general, learning about the structural organizations of ministries of information and national media, and exploring better ways of working with them. The event also aimed at identifying areas of cooperation between the media houses, sharing knowledge and best practices, establishing a platform for contributing and borrowing news, and reviewing and finalizing the Memorandum of Understanding for signing. The event was chaired by notable personalities, namely the IGAD Executive Secretary, the Sudanese Ambassador to Djibouti, the Minister of Communications in charge of Posts and Telecommunications. The second day of event is scheduled for tomorrow, May 11th. It will continue to explore opportunities for enhanced interactions and cooperation between media houses and ministries of information. The event is expected to provide a valuable platform for networking, knowledge sharing, and best practices, as well as establishing partnerships and collaborations that will benefit the IGAD regions as a whole. In her speech at this high-level workshop, the ambassador of the Republic of Sudan to Djibouti, Mrs. Rahma Saleh Al Ubaid, expressed her concern and sadness over the absence of her delegation from the event due to the current situation in the capital of her country, Khartoum. Let's listen to her.
Concerned today and touched that the delegation of my country is not present in this important event due to the present situation in the capital of my country, Khartoum. My country is bleeding now, but it will soon recover. We remain confident that with the wisdom of its elderly, the power of its youth, the determination of the Sudanese men and women, with the essence and inspiration of our great revolution of 2019, Sudan will soon recover, stronger, unified, full of hope, more than ever before. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue we are about to discuss today is significantly important. As you may all be aware, media is being recognized as the fourth power. Yet, considering the tremendous and continuous development in this domain, it represents today the fairest power that mobilize our political, economic, cultural, and even more our social lives. Media has the responsibility to disseminate and reflect accurate, comprehensive, and balanced information. Mindful of this fact, IGAD, since its establishment, has accorded and still giving all the needed focus to media as one of its important and influential tools to achieving its goals and objectives. To this end, the IGAD efforts are very clear and recommendable, such as the capacity building program, the holding of important workshops of ministers of information, including those in the year 2017, 18, and 19, to enabling, facilitating the exchange of experience and knowledge among member states, to identify the challenges and shortcomings and ways and means to overcome them, with a view to reinforce the role of media and communication in the IGAD region. More attention is needed to be accorded to ensure sufficient funding for the media sector and communication, increase awareness and advocacy, harmonize capacity building, adopt national strategies, implement language policies.
Speaking at the meeting, the IGAD Executive Secretary Dr. Orghane Gabriel stressed that the holding of this meeting is a tangible proof of the organization's commitment to promote the goals and objectives of IGAD, including regional integration. Let's listen to him.
This here today is a testament to your commitment to the promotion of IGAD's goals and objectives, that is a regional integration. Thank you to the Minister of Communication and his entire team for hosting this meeting in Djibouti, the headquarters of our regional organization, and of all the hospitality accorded to all the visiting delegation. Appreciation for the high-level representatives from Ministers of Information, Communication, ICT, from media outlets, serving our citizens and the public interest across the region. This is a clear display of your interest in coming together to come to know each other, explore ways and means to collaborate in your common mission that consists in informing and in educating our citizens and rest of the world about our countries, our region, our realities and aspirations. Most importantly, not only the negative side of the region, but also a lot of potentials and good things about our region. Appreciation to your broadcasters, RTD, ENA, EBC, SSBC, KBC, UBC, SUNA, for the excellent service, and others, of course, you provided for my State of the Region address in 2021 and 2022, and also for the serving, giving transparent information for the people of the region. I know SNTV could not make it due to some logistic challenges beyond their control. We will do better this year. IGAD Secretariat is ready to work with you for the provision of the digital platform to enable this endeavor. And this is not the first time we are partnering. The news agencies and newspapers in the room do have media participation accredited to IGAD. This is another sign of a strong, lasting, and quality cooperation we do envisage. I am pleased to receiving the letters accrediting your designated media personnel to IGAD in a short symbolic ceremony that will follow this opening session. In conclusion, I would like to thank all of you for your commitment to the promotion of peace, security, good governance, and development in our region.
In his speech, the Minister of Information in charge of Posts and Telecommunications, Mr. Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, addressed the importance of this meeting devoted to finding cooperation between the media of the IGAD member states. Still on the national scene, this Tuesday, May 9th, in the premises of the Police Academy took place the closing ceremony of the seminary organized by the East African Standby Force, a regional organization responsible for the promotion of peace and security. The seminary focused on the promotion of peace and environmental protection among the youth, saw today the participation of the Director of the Police Academy, Colonel Umar, the Administrative and Financial Director of EASF, Colonel Mohammed Barakat Aden, the Deputy Director of the Directorate of International Relations of the National Police, Colonel Yusuf El Tere, who have brilliantly supported this meeting with the youth on the theme of peace and sustainable development. The youth were receptive to the sensitization conducted on their behalf and were treated to a series of speeches by senior officers, starting with Colonel Umar, who found the right words to inspire the youth and ensure them the necessary support to involve them in the promotion of peace, followed by Colonel Mohammed Barakat Aden, who through his speech not only motivated the youth but also closed the ceremony. Thereafter, all the participants of the ceremony proceeded to the planting of trees with the Police Academy, first to straighten the spaces towards the academy and then to involve the population, especially the youth, to work for the protection of the environment and sensitize them to peace, sustainable development, social cohesion, and security. We move to our regional news now, our beloved viewers, where the United Nations announced Tuesday that nearly 700,000 people have been displaced by the war between the Sudanese army and paramilitary rapid support forces since April 15. The number of internally displaced people in Sudan has more than doubled in the past week, according to the data collected by International Organization for Migration's Displacement Tracking Matrix. There are now more than 700,000 people internally displaced by the fighting that began on April 15, according to the latest data, said the spokesman for the International Organization for Migration, OIM. Nearly 150,000 refugees have fled to neighboring countries, while the number of entirely displaced people in Sudan has risen to more than 700,000, according to the UN, more than doubling from 340,000 on Tuesday. Many have fled Khartoum, a city of 5 million people, where those who remain are now living barricaded in their homes with no hope. Shifting our focus towards international scenes and sports, the Champions League. Manchester City held off Real Madrid 1-1 in the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals yesterday Tuesday at the Santiago Bernabeu and must now beat the reigning European champions on May 17 at the Etihad Stadium if they are to qualify for the final. Vinicius opened the scoring in the 36th minute with a powerful right-footed shot from the edge of the box after a lightning counter-attack by Eduardo Camavinga left Bernardo Silva behind, but Kevin De Bruyne, who had been quiet until then, responded in the 67th with a similar standing right-footed strike that turned off the heat of the Madridian fans. Well, but these are blood viewers. We finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.